Hey everyone, so we're here at the Sarasota Mall, or what's left of it. So we're going to show you a video now of a mall we used to come to all the time, and the movie theater especially. So check this out. Kind of sad. They're actually going to make, though, I think it's going to be a place where people are going to live, and it's going to kind of be a mallish type of thing again. So let me show you this real quick. It's kind of amazing. So this is the Costco that's here in the Sarasota Mall, right? But if you remember in some of my past videos, I used to love the mural that was in this movie theater. Now you could see that by these posters on the wall, or lack thereof, but you can see the frames on the wall that this used to be the movie theater. This was the place that had that really nice mural. In fact, I'll probably put a picture of it up here. But look at this whole mall. That was the entrance down there. They leveled this whole thing, and I don't know when the actual opening is going to be, but like I say, I think it's going to be housing and a situation where there might be like a supermarket, which there already is, a Costco. I would really keep the movie theater. I would love to see this open again. I think it would be smart to keep this up. Maybe that's why they are keeping it up. But you can see it's kind of incredible. I know the last movie that we saw here was Beetlejuice. I don't know what's underneath those posters there. I'm outside the fence. I don't want to venture in any closer than I am. There you can see that they're doing work over there. It's too dangerous to walk in. I mean, there is no trespassing signs here at all, but I don't want to press my luck. It's kind of like a Planet of the Apes thing, you know, like devastation of humankind. I remember the first movie we saw here when we moved up here in 2021 was Cry Macho with Clint Eastwood. But this would be a good place to film a video for, you know, kind of an end of the world apocalyptic type thing. But yeah, we saw quite a few movies in here. Hey, maybe I could look inside the theater, see what's left. Wow, so check that out. I'm looking through the window. Look at this. This was the hallway. If you've seen my videos, that's like was the old food court where the bar was. Look at that. Many a day we walked out. We typically didn't go out this side too often, but there was straight ahead was the food court. So here we have post-apocalyptic Kerry checking out the movie theater that would have been, or that was. It's kind of sad looking through there. You'll remember that was Kerry doesn't have a good memory, and I think I know why. She's gonna probably hit me, but throw something at me. But look in there. Do you remember straight ahead? That was the food. If you look all the way down the aisle, was the food court. All the way down.
Yeah. I need a fork.
What do you think of the movie theater that is gone now, and the whole idea
They
of?
should reopen it again. This came in handy.
I know. So I finally realized why Kerry doesn't have a good memory. It's
I'll
not.
put this on, you know.
So that segment was ended. We had a case of Kerry interrupt us. Designated as a construction site. We walked in from that side. Keep gates closed at all times. We didn't even know about that. So this is a public road. So I don't know what the heck they're talking about, but everyone's parked in through here. Let's go look on this side. Hey, there's a couple squirrels down there. You said you wanted to walk around more. There's just another half a thing over here. Let's go see it. It's amazing. Who would have thought? Especially me growing up when the malls were, me being born in 65, I think Kings Plaza opened, what, in 69 or 70 or something like that in Brooklyn. And all of these malls, which were just mainstays, I mean, of the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, even the early 2000s, who would ever think that these would be closed? I mean, we used to come here to meet our friends, to try to find, you know, try to look for girlfriends, whatever. I mean, happiest moments was probably going to stores like Sam Goody and buying 45 records, and they used to have them in order of like where they showed up on Billboard's top charts. So like the number one song, say it was Island Girl by Elton John, it would be number one in the number one slot, and they would move them around. Just really, so many good memories. And then, of course, when Matt was born, coming to the mall and just wheeling him around in the carriage. It was an old thing. It was funny that Kerry used to always laugh. I was the only one that could put Matt to sleep by walking him around. But in retrospect, everyone knows how I love telling stories. Poor Matt probably went to sleep out of, let me go to sleep. This guy's going to keep talking. So that was probably my secret superpower as a dad, was doing that. But we used to go to all the malls in the New York area, which I think is still there. Woodbridge, Staten Island Mall, Kings Plaza, Roosevelt Field. Just a shout out for people who are up north. Jersey Gardens, that was another good one. We used to enjoy going there, especially when Matt was little. That was the first Rainforest Cafe that we ever went to, was over there. J.C. Penney's the only thing still standing on this side. But look at that. That whole thing, this whole mall is gone. Well, like I say, there's probably going to be something done with that. Maybe they'll make another theater. It's probably smart. It's already zoned for it. I would love to. One of my secret passions is movies, and I would love to own a movie theater. I would just, to me, like if I took something like this over and it was like 14 screens, I would have like 12 screens as the regular movies, and then I would do like at Halloween time, I would do movies like Halloween movies, or Creature from the Black Lagoon, or I would do like on 4th of July patriotic movies, whatever. I think it would be a lot of fun. I would do like something like the Planet of the Apes. I know like one of the most enjoyable times I ever spent, I went to the movies with my mom back when I was very little. I'm going to probably guess it was probably like 1975. And they had a Planet of the Apes marathon, all the Planet of the Apes movies that were made up until that point. And I remember going in like 11 o'clock in the morning and coming out like, I don't know, 6, 7 o'clock at night. It's really, really good memory in there. Having hot dogs in there for lunch. It was just, very close to my mom, and we always had these little things that we did like that. And it was close to my dad too. And it's funny how you do different things with your parents. I mean, I know some people say parent shopping is when you kind of go from one parent to the other to find an answer or yes or a no. I didn't really have to worry about that too much. I mean, I was the only child. Well, not the only child, but like my brother and sister are 9 and 10 years older. So because of that, I was almost like an only child, and they kind of knew they weren't gonna have another one. So I don't know if I was spoiled. Maybe you could say a little indulged. I don't know. My brother and sister still tease me to this day that they weren't allowed to eat the last devil dog or the last yodel or the last whatever. But when they had kids themselves, they kind of understood that. And my mom waited years to kind of say that to them. Like, oh, now we're finally hearing it. Don't eat the last devil dog or whatever. But yeah, anyway, good memories, good times of everybody. And like I said, I was just thinking about this mall, and not to be overthinking it, which I do most things. I just think of all the Mother's Days, all the Father's Days, all the graduations, all the times people came here for clothes, for weddings, and how many people met at this mall and got married, and probably divorced too. How many people went on a first date here, to the movies or to the food court? I mean, just incredible. And that's the case with a lot of things, but, I guess what I'm trying to say is I've always been kind of like, I could sense energy in places, and I feel like a lot of positive energy in this place, and I'm glad it's going to live on in some way, shape, or form. And of course, Carrie and I getting older, being a child of, like I said, a baby boomer, I could easily relate to a mall, and that would be a heck of a nice place to end up living as I was older, to be near a food court and maybe, doctors, or have it at my disposal and be able to walk around the mall and see different things. And all they'd have to do was put a movie on at Fast Times at Ridgemont High, and it would really be incredible, right? So there's Carrie down there. So yeah, she was getting mad at me, and she's like, oh, I don't want that being in there. But it was nothing bad. I was going to tell her that she has tunnel vision when it comes to what she wants to do. So if she's hungry, that's like her main directive, and she just doesn't really focus on other stuff that's around her. So, So she didn't remember the whole layout of the place, and even though we've been here lots of times, and I was like, that's probably why. But anyway, it led to a interesting new saying that I'll use. Carrie interruptus. When she doesn't like something I'm saying and I have to cut it off or hit the edit button. But I usually don't edit too much stuff on here. I like the free flow of it. Take everybody along with us. So there you go. It was an AMC 12. I was giving it bigger credit than it was, but it was 12 theaters here. But nonetheless, really interesting. All right, everyone, so I hope you enjoyed that update of the destruction of the Sarasota Mall. Please subscribe, let me know what you thought. And I'm sure the same thing is happening in many malls all across America. So give me a shout out, tell me what you think. Love you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Alan Kerry signing off. Take care. I hope you're not waiting for the bus. It's gonna be a long wait. You get the Phantom bus over here. You ready? Got any last things to say for the viewers?
Nope, bye.
Bye. Have a good night.